Hello everyone, I am Lisbeth and I love to read. And today I will be sharing with you all the books on my physical TBR. There's around 50, probably a little bit over 50. We have some fiction, we have some fantasy, we have some romance, we have a little bit of mystery. And some of them have been sitting on my shelf for like 2 years. But you know what, we're gonna get through it. And if you see your favorite book back here, please comment and let me know and convince me to read it. Because we need to be better about reading our physical TBR this year. I literally have been buying new releases, checking out from the library. You guys don't know how many books I've checked out from the library this year instead of actually reading my physical TBR, reading the books I have at home, as my husband would say, read the books you have at home. So yeah, let's get started. I think we should get started with romance because that's what I have the most of. So let's get started now. So in front of me here, I have all my romance TBR. And let's get started because there's a lot. This is gonna be a long video. So first I have a novel love story. I from the title, I think that she died. Yeah, she died. And she met the love of her life in her afterlife, the love of my afterlife. So this is on my TBR. It caught my attention because it reminds me of that movie Victoria Justice. Oh, I can't remember the name. But where she like dies and she like helps her friend in the afterlife. I don't know what it's called. But it reminded me of that. So yeah, I'm very interested in reading this. And then next I have a classic, which is The Fault in Our Stars. Yeah, I watched the movie, of course. I know what happens, but I really want to read it because I've never read a John Green book. And also I just want to cry. So this has been on my TBR for 2 years though. I never pick it up because I'm like, I already watched the movie, what's the point? But no, I need to read this. So someone convince me this book is good, please. Then I have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I love her writing like when it's the right moment. Like I love it. It's cute, it's fluffy, it's sweet, it's fast. So I'm just kind of waiting to be in the mood for this, and I haven't been, but maybe now that summer's coming up, I'll be in the mood for this. It says it's a sporty second chance romance. Okay, I love second chance romance, so I need to read this. Next, I have 2 books by Elle Kennedy. I think they're part of the same series. I think I'm missing the last one. I bought these so long ago. I want to say like 2 years ago. Good Girl Complex and Bad Girl Reputation. I don't know what this is about, but I think it's from the same town, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I love anything Elle Kennedy writes. Like it's silly fun goose time. So I'll probably read these in the summer because they kind of look kind of summery, don't they? So I'll probably read these in the summer. And then another Elle Kennedy book, we have Girl Abroad. Like I said, I love anything Elle Kennedy writes, so I always buy it. But I have not read this because I've seen mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people don't. I believe there's like a love triangle or something situation here. So XO Kitty vibes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I need to read this soon. Then I have another book that I have seen a lot of mixed reviews on, which is Promise Me Not by Megan Brandy. I loved Say You Swear. So that's why I bought this. Well, my husband bought it for me and he wrapped it. That's why it's still in the wrapping. And I really want to read this story because it's very different. She lost the love of her life and the father of her unborn son. But can Avix use new quarterback make her believe in happy ever after again? And her name is Peyton. And I'm rewatching One Tree Hill right now. So cute. I need to read this. Someone convinced me to read this because I've seen mixed reviews and then people are like, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. But I'm like, I need to read it. Maybe I'll love it. I don't know. Next, I also have Daydream by Hannah Grace. I read the first 2 books. They were good. I liked them. They weren't like my favorite. But I mean, I want to continue the series because we got to continue the series. And this is about Henry. And I love Henry. He was so sweet. But I have heard that he is not kind of like how he is in the other books. So I'm very interested to see where that happens. In this book, I've been meaning to read it for a long time, but I just either haven't had time or I just pick another book instead. So yeah. Next we have Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I love her writing. It's so fast. I get through her books so fast. They're like really good palate cleanser books. I have read Better Than the Movies and The Do-Over and I loved it. So that's why I picked this up. I don't really know what it's about, honestly. Oh, okay, it's like a little enemies to lovers situation, I say, or like they don't like each other in the beginning. Is it a work romance? Yeah, It's a work romance. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited to read this. Next, I have 2 books by the Queen Abby Jimenez. These are from her first series. I have not read her first series yet, and I've been having this also on my shelf for a long time. But these are more my immediate TBR, okay? Okay? Don't get mad at me. These are more my immediate TBR. So I have the Happy Ever After playlist and the Friend Zone. I don't have the last one, which is, I don't know what it's called, but there's one more book. Let me see. What is it called? It is called, yeah, I don't know what it's called. We'll find out. But my cousin loves these so much, and I love anything Abby Jimenez. I love the little meet cutes, and I love that there's like a pet in every book. It's so sweet. So these are more of my immediate TBR, okay? Let me know if you like these. Then I have another book that I just bought literally for no reason. I don't know what came over me. I bought this like 2 years ago, All the Bright Places. I'm pretty sure it's on it's a Netflix film, and I know it's depressing, and that's literally all I know. And I haven't been in the mood to be sad because I'm sad enough already. So I think I need to make a video, maybe like reading sad books for a week. Should I do that? But maybe I'll read this then. And next I have Always and Forever, Lara Jean by Jenny Han. I read the first 2 books. I've been getting through them this year because they've been sitting on my shelf for 3 years. Those have been sitting on my shelf for 3 years. So I was like, okay, I need to get through these. They're so cute. They're sweet. They're fast. I love it. I just haven't got into this one because there's been so many new releases that I just haven't got into this one. And then speaking of new releases, on my physical TBR is also The Conditions of Will. Okay, listen, this is on my immediate TBR. I'm actually reading this next after I'm done reading Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Look at this cover. It's kind of scary, but kind of cool at the same time. And the pages are like different. Anyway, I know this is about Georgia, and that's all I know. And I know it like has some religion aspects in it, so I'm kind of scared about that. But I'm very excited to read it because I love Jessa's writing. Like, I just love it. She's like so poetic. She has a very unique way of writing, and I just love it. Okay, so we're gonna be reading this next. Maybe I'll do a little vlog about this one. And last, in the romance section, I have The Inheritance Games. Listen, I don't know if this is romance or mystery. I'm gonna assume that it's romance, but my sister-in-law bought these for me for, I want to say it was my birthday, like, was it 2 years ago already? I don't know if it was 2 years ago or a year ago, but I literally need to read this. Like, someone convinced me to read this. I just don't feel good starting a series when I need to finish other series, you know what I mean? So I need to read these. I have the set, and then I know there's like a spin-off series, so then I'm gonna probably want to read that. So it's like this list is just never ending. It's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, please let me know if I should read this soon. And that's all I have for like just romance. Let's move on to our fantasy section. All right, now let's get into our fantasy era. I just recently entered my fantasy era, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not an expert. But first up, I have a duology. I have Heartless Hunter and Rebel Witch. Yes, I bought the new book, even though I hadn't read the first book. Yeah, I've heard good things about this series. I know it's like an enemies to lovers, and there's like a lot of fantasy action. I know it's about a witch and a hunter. I'm just going based off the titles here. But I really want to read this. This is more on my immediate TBR as well. Especially because after Fearless, I feel like I'm going to be like left in like a little fantasy slump. So maybe this is a good series to pick up, or duology to pick up. Okay. Next, I have Lightlark and Nightbane. I don't have Skyshade because I'm kind of waiting for it to come out in paperback. Because my mom got me this Christmas. And also know nothing. I just know that it's something about an island appears every 100 years. That's all I know. And there's like a love triangle maybe, and like there's like an enemies to lovers situation. But that's all I know. And I kind of like that I don't know much because the series is very popular and it's been out for a really long time. So yeah, I can't wait to read this. I know there's gonna become I think they're gonna become movies, so that's gonna be fun. And next I have Don't Scream at Me, Agatar. I have not finished. I read the first book, okay? I read it like 2 months ago, but there was all these new releases, so I've been reading all the new releases. And then Onyx Storm came out, and I was like kind of in that little slump for Onyx Storm, so I have yet to read the rest of the series. I know that this book's gonna be good. I just know I know I'm gonna love them. I just don't know why I haven't read them, because I like to stall, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. But I need to read them, okay? I will read them and I will get back to you. Okay, and next I have another duology. I have Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. I bought this, like, again, like 2 years ago when I was getting into fantasy, like when I read Powerless and Reckless and when I read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. So I got them around the same time I read those books. And I was like, oh my god, fantasy. And I was like super into it, but then I never picked it up. Because I went back to romance. Because I go back and forth. So yeah, I heard the writing in this is so beautiful. And I can't wait to read it, honestly. Because I know I'm going to bring a highlighter. I know I'm going to need my highlighter. And then I also have another trilogy. I have Caravel Legendary and Finale. I put this on my Amazon wish list. And my husband just bought it for me. So I think it was for Christmas, like it was a while ago, but he got it for me and I still haven't read it. And I only reason I really want to read this series so I can read Once Upon a Broken Heart. I have heard mixed reviews about this series, so I don't know. I honestly don't really know what it's about. I know it's about like a game or something like that, a carnival. I don't know, but convince me to read this, please. This one, if you like this series, comment a quote, any quote, just don't spoil anything, to convince me to read this. Okay. And then also don't scream at me, but I haven't read Twilight. Well, I read the first book when I was like, I don't know, 11, but I don't remember anything. And I have tried to read the first book again, like since then, but I haven't read it. Also, I got this on Thrift Books for $12, but like 4 years ago though. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It wasn't like any recent time. Like, it was a long time ago. People can't believe that when I told them that I got it. And they're hardcovers too, and they're beautiful. And it even had like a little art thing on it. I don't think I can take it out, but it had something like an artwork on it that came with the box set. Yeah, I can't take it out, but I know I need to read this because I love the movies and they're just like classic. Like, I don't want to be left out. Also, guys, I have not read The Hunger Games. Side note. But I haven't read The Hunger Games and I actually feel left out with that. I need to read them because, like, I feel like those are just books that you need to read. Like, they're just classics, basically, like modern day classics, sorry. So yeah, I'm embarrassed. I haven't read Twilight or Hunger Games. Don't scream at me. Don't scream at me. But I will read this and I will also read The Hunger Games. I promise. Soon. And then last but not least for fantasy, I have Throne of Glass. Yes. The whole set. My mother-in-law actually bought this for me for my birthday. My birthday's in November, so November last year. And I literally wanted to cry. I'm like, I had this on my Amazon wish list. Never thought anybody would buy this for me. She didn't buy it on Amazon, but like I never thought anybody would, like, besides my husband, would look at that wish list. And I didn't think anybody was gonna get this for me. I just kind of had it on there. But I obviously haven't read it because I want to finish ACOTAR first. Because I heard that it's good to read ACOTAR first and then Throne of Glass. So yeah, this is just like haunting me every day. It's like, start me. And I'm just like, no, you gotta wait. But yeah, and also I'm scared to start this because I'm like, I know there's a lot of different reading orders. I'm assuming I'm gonna read the Assassin's Blade first. So yeah, but no, there's like a tandem read. So I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. But I hope to get to this series this year. This year, mark my words, please. Please, please. Okay, so that's it for fantasy. So let's move on to fiction, like contemporary fiction. Okay, so now we're going to move on to fiction, contemporary fiction. Some of it, like one of this is a literary classic. Honestly, this is just going to be my pile of like, don't fit into romance or fantasy. So first off, let's start strong. I Have a Little Life. And I got this last year on April 23rd. And I know it was April 23rd because it was the day that you give a reader a book and a rose. And my husband brought me this with a book. I mean, he brought the book and the rose. And I was going to read it actually. But then I started kind of going through like some mental health stuff. So I was like, yeah, it's not the time to start this. I am feeling better though. So I might start it soon. Not too soon, but like this year. I feel like I just need to read it. I need to get it over with. And I don't know, maybe I'll learn something from this. But it, like, this book does. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it does scare me. And yeah, I'm gonna put it down. And then I have this beautiful edition of Little Women. I have the old version, like the classic version. And then I got this collectible because I love the movie. And I was like, I need to get this cute edition. I'm not gonna read this cute edition. I'm gonna read my other beat up edition that I have. but I have this on my shelf and I need to read it. Look at what it says on the back. It says, I could never love anyone as I love my sisters. Oh, that's so sweet. And look at them, they're like right here in the front. I got this from a local bookstore here in Dallas. So, and then I have three books by Taylor Jenkins Reid. First, I have Maybe in Another Life, which is one of her like more like I guess older releases. I know this one is about a girl, and it explores like two versions of her life. Also reminds me of a Netflix movie. It's called Look Both Ways, with the girl from Riverdale. And that's why it intrigued me. That's why I really wanted to read this, because I'm like, that sounds like that movie. That sounds interesting. And also, like, when I bought that book, I was like in a time in my life where I like didn't know what I was doing. Like, I'm in my 20s, my early 20s. So I'm like kind of in like a stage of life where I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what am I doing? So that's why I want to read this. But it says at the age of 29. Okay, I'm 24. So we got time. We got time to spiral still. And then I got Carrie Soto is back. I read Malibu Rising, and Carrie Soto is a character in Malibu Rising, and she is not very likable in that book. So I'm wondering how she is going to redeem herself. And I know this is about tennis, and I know it focuses on her father and her a lot. Carrie Soto is fierce, and her determination to win at any cost has not made her popular. Okay, by the time she retires from tennis, she is the best player the world has ever seen. Okay, challengers. So yeah, I need to read this. It looks cool. I like the cover. I got this I believe I got it at Half Price Books. Half Price Books in my area closed down, so I'm kind of upset about that, but that's where I got it. It's probably the last book I got there, I think. And then I have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Again, I read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I wanted to read more from her, and then I bought it, and I never read it. And this is also going to become a movie. And I don't know. All I know is that Evelyn Hugo has a scandalous, glamorous life, and obviously her 7 husbands. But I know that the real point of this book is not the 7 husbands. I know that much. But I hope that it's told. Is it told in interview style? No, it's not. But it has like newspaper articles in here. Oh, I was hoping it was told like Daisy Jones and the Six. So we'll see. We'll see if I like this. Next, I have The Women by Kristen Hanna. I love Kristen Hanna. I got this at Goodwill. It was $1, like $2, something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna pass that up. And I read The Nightingale by her and Firefly Lane, and I love them. Like, her stories are just so emotional. By the time you know it, you're invested into the characters' lives, and you're almost done with the book. And you're scared for your life or what's gonna happen to them. So this is a historical fiction, and it tells the greatest. Okay, this is just praise for her. But, Women Can Be Heroes. When 20-year-old nursing student Frances Frankie. Okay, so it's like, I'm guessing it's about a war, the Vietnam War. Okay, maybe it'll give the Nightingale vibes. But this sounds interesting, and I love women. I love women. I support women. I support women's wrongs and rights. So, yeah, I can't wait to read this. And then we have another one that's been on my TBR for a long time. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. This book was so popular. I want to say like 2 years ago. It won a Goodreads award. And I was like, oh, I got to read that. But then I never picked it up. Why? I don't know. But I really want to read it because I just read The Favorites by Lane Fargo. And I'm kind of in the mood for something like that. Like, not really a romance, but not really like fiction either. Not really like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm going to be in the mood for this very soon. So that's actually all I have for like fiction that's not romance. Let's move on to a mystery, which is an even shorter stack, because I'm a scaredy cat. I don't read a lot of mystery because I'm honestly scared, and I actually dream about the books that I read. So I don't want to read about scary stuff, okay? Because then I'm gonna dream about scary stuff. But anyways, let's just get into that stack. This is our short mystery stack. So I have The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. I read The Housemaid, okay? My husband convinced me. He read it, and then I read it in a day. And that book did give me a little bit of nightmares, but it wasn't that bad. Okay? So I think I could bear reading this one. This is actually my husband's book. I bought it for him, but you know what? I'm gonna read it too. So yeah, so we have that. And then another book that is also my husband's that I bought for him, but I'm gonna read it, and it's part of my collection because he doesn't have a collection. So I just include his books as mine. But Never Lie, he loved this. He said it was freaky and kind of scary. is it told in interview style? It's about a psychiatrist and some sessions with her patients. That sounds scary. Okay, that sounds scary. I don't know if I can do it. But he highlighted some stuff. Okay. This man never reads, but he literally annotated this book. That's so funny. You know what? I am gonna read this because I want to see his annotations. Like, what did he highlight? That's so cute. So yeah, I'm gonna read this soon. And then I have a As Good as Dead. It's part of the A Good Girl Guides to Murder series. I read the first 2 books. The first book was really good. It was like, whoa. And I watched the show. And unpopular opinion, but I love the show. I don't know what people are complaining about. I actually really liked it. And then I read the second one, and that one actually, the second book actually is what kind of freaked me out. And ever since that book, I haven't read a mystery because there's a scene in there that, like, yeah, I just, I'm not really a fan of violence. I'm not gonna lie. So, I know she's being stalked or receiving online threats. And then she discovers a connection between her new stalker and a local serial killer. See, that's scary. Like, why would I want to read that? But you know what? I'm going to read it because it's the last book in that series. And like I said, I want to finish series up. So I really need to finish this one and the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. And lastly, I have The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I've never read one of his books. I don't know if it's a girl or boy, but I've never read one of their books. And because I'm not really a mystery person, but I got this at this store near my area. It's called Black Friday, and they sell like things like at like $1, $2, $3, like depending on the day you go. And I saw it there, and I believe this was like $2, and it's the Book of the Month edition. It didn't come with the sleeve, but I saw it and I'm like, I cannot pass up a book that's like $2. Like, I can't do it. And then I checked it and it had good reviews. So I know it's about something that happened at a camp, and she goes back there and kind of like you're discovering stuff that happened in the past, and then something's going on in the present. So that's all I know. And then I can't even really look inside because it has no sleeve, so it doesn't have like a description or anything. So I just need to read it. But like I said, I'm scared. Yeah. So that is actually all I have for you today. I'm pretty sure this was like 50 something books, like a little bit over 50. This is gonna be, I wonder how long this video is gonna be. We'll see. But I just want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like. I have a lot of video ideas. I have some reading vlogs I want to do. I have more book rec ideas. So please comment, please like, let me know if any of your favorite books were here, and comment down and convince me to read them, please. And comment any other videos you would like to see me do. I'm just getting started, so I'm learning, but I'm so excited. And I can't wait. This is going to be a good journey together. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Bye.